Phone is kind of up and running, so I'm happy about that. I want to talk about something very quickly. I'll try to make it brief because I don't know if I'm going to get cut off all of a sudden. But I was watching this video, and it actually was completely irrelevant to what I'm going to talk about. But it just brought to mind this thought. Was in regards to someone not assimilating to, I guess, the culture and a specific place in Europe, and naturally that always makes things like that always make me chuckle. It's always interesting to see the hypocrisy amongst individuals that uphold evidently white supremacy, and the reason being is because Europeans have colonized, as we know, much of the world, right? If not all of it, and they have naturally gone to places that are made up of predominantly black and brown communities. We can even speak on here in the US, where indigenous individuals inhabited these lands prior to Europeans. And they had their own culture, their own way of life. And it's interesting to never see the European assimilate to the black and brown communities, to their culture, to their way of life. But there's always this expectation for the black and brown community to assimilate to their way of life. And once again, hypocrisy. It's it makes it so much more easier to not like the systems of this world and to very easily be like, you make it so easy to not be for you in lack of better words. But it's so easy to see through it all, right? And interestingly enough, I feel like this, for some reason, brought to mind Marjorie Green. You guys know she's heavily problematic. I saw some conversations she was having with Jasmine. And Jasmine, I don't want to say her last name incorrectly, but Jasmine C. Believe they're representatives in the Senate. And yeah, I'm really... It's interesting to see all these individuals, these right-winged conservatives, and you guys probably, if you guys follow politics or have some idea of that, I'm not someone that has been for politics, because I see the lies amidst it all. Right? I feel like there's a lot of promises made time and time again, and this goes for all parties involved, and there's never really any delivery. I understand there's a lot of nuances in everything, where they need to be passed, bills need to be but there's constant promises, and there's constant double standards, and this is across the board. I really never liked politics. A lot of it is just moved by money. And all governments, all systems moved by money, and not really for the betterment of society. Perhaps as they say, the road may be paved with good intention, but when all is said and done, and there are select people, for sure. I wouldn't doubt that individuals like Jasmine, Alexia Ocasio. Hopefully, I'm pronouncing your name correct as well. Once again, I don't follow politics to that extent. Bernie, I feel like they do seem, when all is said and done, to have better heart and better intentions. Nonetheless, I'm not a spokesperson for politics. But I do want to say that I've seen this great shift of these conservatives and Republicans all of a sudden jump on the bandwagon of, we're going to be pro-Palestine and we are going to be against genocide. Interestingly enough, they don't seem to realize that this very country was established on the genocide of indigenous people. Or do they not realize that, and continues to uphold its power and its presence because it continues to oppress places around the globe. So that's always that gives you a good chuckle when you really see like, oh my gosh. But anyways, I'm gonna go get